What is good, YouTube? This is your boy, Aaron.
It's Brian. Salute.
And this is the Courtside View Podcast. And we are back today. But before we start, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell, and follow the socials as well because we post stuff on social media. So check out those videos. Let's go to the next topic. I want to talk about, let's see here. I want to talk about Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen got traded to the Chicago Bears. This came out of left field for me.
Yeah.
I was very shocked by this. A lot of people were very shocked by this. Now the Bears have DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. I don't know who the number 3 is. Would it be Velus Jones? Like who? Regardless, who cares? They have DJ
They'll
Moore.
probably draft the 3.
They have DJ Moore, and they have Keenan Allen. That's great already. Great 1, great 2. Keenan Allen, just looking at his stats, I have him.
He had a really good year.
He had a really good year.
And he was healthy.
Just looking at his stats, he had, 108 receptions for 1,243 yards. He had 7 touchdowns, and he had 8.3 yards per target. All right, so he's not a guy that's going to stretch the field. He's in between the numbers type of guy. He's a route running magician. He is one of the better route runners in the league, arguably the best route runner in the league. He's not a burner. He's not that fast. But he understands gaps. He understands how to get open. And that's what he is. And I believe it's a perfect balance with the receiving core with the Bears. You have a DJ Moore who can burn you, and you have a Keenan Allen who's good between the numbers. And he understands coverages. He understands how to get open between gaps and stuff like that. So it's a perfect balance. I love the versatility of that offense. I do believe they could upgrade a tight end a little bit, get another good tight end for them. But yeah, this is a home run for
a Cole Kmet guy.
He's
won me plenty of fantasy games.
Okay, but he's not good at run blocking. I do think they need another tight end.
Yeah, that's fair.
They could use another tight end, but so far I like what the Bears have. It's a solid offense.
I will say this. If I'm Justin Fields, I'm highly upset.
Absolutely.
Because why in the world do you decide to get all this help when you're trying to ship me out? And bring the new guy in to play with the players I should have been playing with? You want to focus on you want to get the defense right. Mm-hmm. Now you want to get the offense right. And you want to get O-line. Like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Why couldn't I get this stuff? Mm-hmm. And this is the main reasons why quarterbacks fail. It's not because they stink. Yeah, Justin Fields, he ain't have the greatest years. But look what he had to work with. Mm-hmm. But now they're about to bring all this help and all this talent and get the defense right finally. And, get guys like DeAndre Swift, actually get help at running backs and get help at receiver. Instead of having Darnell Mooney as wide receiver 1 for like 2 years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is exactly why QBs fail. Not because they stink all the time. It's because the org doesn't put them in the right position to succeed.
They don't.
So if I'm Justin Fields, I feel super slighted. And now, and especially since that whole process, these whole past 3 years or so, mm-hmm. tanked his draft, tanked his stock. No team wants to get him.
I wouldn't say no team wants to. I think his price has gone down, and no team wants to give up the amount of capital that maybe this is all speculation, but maybe the Bears are overrating just the amount of capital that Justin Fields is worth, and teams are looking at him like, nah, he's not worth that much.
I mean, that either way, they tanking his stock. Well, they tanked his stock.
They have for sure.
So I mean, that's just an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, Keenan Allen. Like, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, damn, like this would be a perfect situation for a rookie QB. You get a new OC, get him from Seattle, you get a solid receiving core.
Give him a solid defense.
The offensive line isn't the worst in the league anymore.
Exactly.
They can run. They can pass protect a little bit. They can run block a little bit. It seems like a very good situation for a rookie QB like a Caleb Williams. But see, when Justin Fields came out, he didn't have any of this. He had a coach just like Eberflus who was on the hot seat. He had Allen Robinson, who was washed, who couldn't separate to save his life. You had Darnell Mooney, who is a wide receiver 3, in my opinion. And then the next year, they traded for Chase Claypool. People was hyping him up for whatever reason. And he was supposed to be that guy for them. He wasn't. He was trash. Darnell Mooney was still the wide receiver 1. This past season, they traded for DJ Moore. Finally, he gets a good receiver. And guess what? DJ Moore has his best year, of his best season of his career. And Justin Fields, he was showing signs of improvement. He showed flashes, still not consistent enough, but he was showing flashes. You finally get him some talent, and he's showing some flashes. You get a really good offensive lineman in the first round. You trade for a receiver, and he's starting to show some flashes of improvement. He had a 4-touchdown game, and then he had a 3-touchdown game. Like, you see it, but then the OC is bad. The coach isn't that good. What is he supposed to do? How is he supposed to prove? And now they're finally getting it together. They're finally understanding what you need to do in order to give the pieces for your quarterback to succeed, and he's on the trade market.
Exactly.
So Caleb Williams, if which I suspect he will, but if he gets drafted to the situation, he should feel comfortable. Yeah. He should feel like this team, he can thrive in this team because he has the weapons around him. While Justin Fields, he didn't, and it is what it is. That's how the 2021 draft. There should be a documentary done on what not to do when it comes to drafting a quarterback. There should be a documentary. There should be some study on what not to do when it comes to drafting a QB in the first round. That situation. The only draft pick that had no excuse was Trey Lance. That was the only draft pick where I looked at and I'm saying there was no excuse for him not to succeed. They made him sit.
Mm-hmm. I thought he got hurt that first year.
His first year starting? I thought he sat.
No, I thought he got hurt. They might have sat him though, but I'm pretty sure he got hurt.
I thought he sat the first year because I think Jimmy G played. It was 2021, right? So that year
they was coming off a Super Bowl run, weren't they?
What happened was because I remember they played the Chiefs. Next year, Jimmy G got hurt. They didn't make the playoffs. Next year, they made the playoffs. They beat my Packers in the divisional. They lost to the Rams, and then the next year, I think Trey Lance started. And he got injured. Yeah. So that whole situation, there was no excuse for Trey Lance to not succeed. But the 49ers screwed up because they were looking at it like, oh, look at all these traits, look at his ability, look at his talent. But he only started 1 year in one game. Yeah. So his last year, he started one game and he didn't play well. So that was on the 49ers. There was no excuse. Every other situation, it was just bad for the QB, Zach Wilson. Nothing around him.
Had one solid year.
Nothing around him. No talent. Bad coaching. You look at the Bears. Bad coaching. Nothing around him. You look at Jacksonville the first year. Literally nothing around him. Nothing around Trevor Lawrence. They brought in Doug Peterson. They brought in a little bit of talent, but he's still struggling. Because they don't have the necessarily talent. They don't have the offense coordinator's not good. The offensive line's not good. So there's just you look at it and you say this should be a study of what not to do. 2020 draft should be a study of what not to do. Mac Jones, another one where it's like first year he does well. Why? Because he has a good OC. He has a competent offensive line. He has all these things around him that you look at and you're like, okay, they're going in the right direction. And then the next 2 years, they just go away from it. And see, that's what you shouldn't do, man. But yeah, let's transition. All right, man. Well, that'll do it on this episode of Courtside View Podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell, follow the socials as well. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of Courtside View Podcast. Thank you guys for watching and peace.
One time.